but I don't think that's a very good idea. It looks kind of awkward. I could keep it in the bottom here so that when I look at the camera, I'm like looking at you guys. That looks kind of good. I don't know. We also could do bottom left because then it's kind of like from my side of the screen too. That makes sense. So then when I'm looking over here at his health bar, it's kind of like you can see what side I'm on. I think that actually does make sense, especially because if I have it, I can have it in the top left too. I think we'll do top left because I don't really need to focus on my health bar that much, unless it gets really low. And then I don't want to keep it in the center. Yeah, so I think that's good. I think we'll have the top left here. Yeah. Okay. Welcome. Give me a moment. As I get better at this, I also get better at refreshing my channel page and everything with the right thumbnail and posting the link elsewhere. So let me see. It should say, yeah, currently live. So we're good here. And we just need to edit details here. I'm getting better at this, guys. See? Let me open another one to post the extra info. My Wi-Fi is slow, so I'm really hoping this isn't like completely shutting down within seconds. It shouldn't be, but it might. It genuinely might, so we'll see how that goes. And then also, please feel free to let me know if the audio is bad here, because I know it might get that way. Hopefully not, but we'll see. I think I might turn it down a bit. I think the music's kind of loud. That's the only thing that comes as like a caveat of the convenience with, because I stream from my PlayStation, is that it's like this, where it's kind of difficult and I have to, you know, but we manage, we manage. Details here. Hey, cool. Awesome. Sorry if I haven't seen any chats popping up. In fact, right now, just because I feel like it's kind of... Can I turn down the volume here? I feel like it might be really loud. I can exit, I think. I can exit Libra of Soul for now. I just don't know if it's too loud, though. That's my only thing. I don't even really know. Let me see here. There we go. Hope y'all are all doing well. Okay. That's good enough there. Alright. So, okay, there is an options. Out of an abundance of caution, I do want to... It's already at 7. Let's turn everything down by 1 more. Okay. Hopefully that's decent. If it's not, no worries. We can always... That's the only thing that sucks about having the camera where it is in the top left too. A lot of the options on that main menu are right there. But I think we should be good. Alright. We gotta do some super sleuthing to find my link here for the stream, just so that I can post it everywhere, and then we'll really get into the meat and potatoes of it. My channel... Do we have the one that is currently on? We should. There we go, view channel. And then... No... I'm excited to do a little bit of this with you guys. I will let you know I'm only going to be on stream for like an hour here. I want to just be very chill. A little quick stream because I'm going to a concert tomorrow. See me take a selfie live. I wonder how that looks from this perspective here. Okay, here we go. Oh, they changed the Instagram, like, sticker layout thing. I don't like it. Go. All right. So I really hope we're doing decent. I think I can also view from here if I'm not mistaken, right? Just so that I can be here to make sure I'm seeing everything. Yes, I can. Okay, that's good. Okay, cool. So welcome. We are now officially going to get started. I just got to Chapter 5. As you can see, it's 1587. And I unlocked The Witcher's Steel Sword and Silver Sword. I've been using this one, the Songmina variant, for a while, and I've liked it, but I'm a huge fan of Geralt's... Geralt? I don't know. I'm a huge fan of his weapon style, so I want to equip his right now. Because it's funny too, because I know just from like hearing what people have talked about that The Witcher is like a legendary game series. People really like it. I haven't played much of it myself. I played like a couple of hours of The Witcher 3 on my brother's console for a while, but not much like actual like getting into the meat and potatoes of the game. So this is my only real introduction to the character, unfortunately. I know I'm gonna play it someday, especially because they remastered it and like increased the foliage and, you know, I think it's like checkerboard at 4K 60 FPS. The Witcher 3, the definitive edition on new gen consoles. So if there's any time to jump in, it's now. But to honor him, I guess I'll use his weapon for now. So I want to go to my... I'm not sure how to equip the other weapon, which is funny. There we go. That was in the right place. And then it is level 60. Okay, cool. Because I know I have definitely accidentally equipped the wrong one on this menu before. Now, I'll be the first to tell you I'm not particularly great at fighting games. But what's nice about this is, like, it's one of my favorite things about modern fighting games. Well, a lot of classic ones too, but especially as like opposed to arcades in particular, there is a lot of like a really decent amount of single player content. And I like that because you shouldn't ever alienate a certain fan base. I totally understand if certain games come out and it's focused entirely around the multiplayer aspect, you know, something like Helldivers or like fighting games after they kind of like die off in the casual community, but they still have a competitive fan base. But yeah, I feel like I would really get some enjoyment out of competitive at some point, but at least for now, I know that I like when a fighting game has a single-player mode like this. You should play Kingdom Hearts sometime. I genuinely want to. It's another one of those series that's like, it's intimidating to get into, but I know that once I do, I'll probably really like it. And it's funny, you're almost like my mod at this point. Feel free to let me know if the audio's bad. I lowered it in-game a little, so we should be good, but I don't like checking on my PC here just because it'll blast into the mic unless I mute myself and stuff, and then I can't hear when I'm muted and stuff, so it's a whole thing. But right now we are going to seal an astral fissure in the Malay Peninsula, which I'm excited for. These are like the side missions that you get only at this point in Chapter 5. And this is a level 70 character, Greg 51. This is one... Okay, all good on my end. That's good to hear. Good to hear, because it's audio. This is one thing that's cool about these astral fissure missions in this game that I didn't even know till recently, and the reward is huge, 16,000 gold. It kind of trivializes like having to spend money on it, unless maybe when I get later into the game there's way better weapons that I can buy. Because as you can see, my character's level is 78, but I'm only level 60. I mean, sorry, my weapon level is only 60, and it's frustrating because it's like I want to get better stuff, but it's hard to farm that kind of stuff in this game until you get further to where you beat the story. But I like to be OP for the main story, so I don't know. This will be my first fight back with Geralt's gear after using Song Minaz for a long time, so I'm gonna have to kind of get used to him again. Like this. She is melting my health bar. That was good. Okay, we're gonna hit horizontal. My AA is safe, I know that. Ah, okay. That's fair. She's good. Oh, and she's a nightmare type too. That's scary. No! 4 of you here. Hi. Hope you're all well. Okay, we do the soul charge. Okay. Throw. Oh, that was a good tech. Okay. That was a launch? Hello? Ah, that was good. Ah, okay. She whooped me, not even gonna lie. Ah, that's good. Okay. I'm excited though. And I like that in this, like, we can just rematch. So it's like an online person's character, which is kind of cool. But it's still, I'm still in the single player mode, for those of you. Oh, that's why I have to like try to beat her quick. I didn't realize that was the condition. My health depletes over time. Oh, that was such a good guard impact. Okay, yeah, that was a pitiful one. That's okay. We can do this. We have a good chance. We just gotta be aggressive. If I can land hits, if I stop being cringe. No longer cringe. Hello. Let's go, baby. No! We're gonna go for it. I missed. I already know I missed. Oh, I didn't miss. Give me a chance. I'm scared.
I won't die.
Come on. No! Oh, that was okay. That was a decent try. I can't be too mad at that one. Okay. Sorry if I'm trash and it's just completely cringe that I'm doing this. To anyone halfway decent at this game, I'm sure I look pretty pitiful, but that's okay. It's the health depletion thing that's really killing me this time now.
Now take.
Okay. Ah, that was good. No, not like this! She blocked it. I already know. She didn't! Okay, that's one round. That's one round secured. I still might not get it this time. I won't expect anything too crazy, but I'm hopeful. Okay. Ooh! Ah, I should have called that. Oh, I'm scared. I feel like I lost this round. Yeah, okay. That's fair. She got such high damage attacks in on me so early. Come on. I can break her guard. If I can land my attack and not be cringe. Oh, that was all my fault. That one was genuinely entirely my fault. That's okay. That's fine. I had it too. That's alright. Hit him with a kick, and then that's what I'm not doing. I'm not utilizing my kicks, my lows. There we go. More mix-ups. Oh, that was good. Not like this. Oh, that was such a good read. I need to get better at not mashing the buttons and actually timing them. It's literally in the tutorial of this game. It says, hey, try not to mash buttons and actually hit them one at a time so that you can know. It's basic fighting game stuff. It's a hit confirm, and I'm not very good at doing them. But we'll learn. I'll gain my skill. This is my training arc, and I'm doing wow, that's... okay. That's actually pretty bad. I can do this, too. Like, I feel like part of it is because I'm trying to narrate, too. This is the first time I've played this game live. I'm making excuses because I'm bad. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh, that's good. There we go. That was a good edge there. Pause. Okay, this might be my saving grace. Ah, that was good. Can you equip something that can redirect damage or offset the dot damage? I think it might, part of it might be my weapon, because the base damage is not that great. There also is food in this mode. Ooh, the parry there was actually kind of crazy. Hello? Sorry, I'm all focused now. See, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to hit confirming. I need to not be so greedy with my hits. When I get them, I get them. Okay, we got around. But yes, there is food in this game, in the story mode, that I can have, and it's basically just an equipable item that boosts my stats, so it can, like, for example, some of them might be like health recovery on hit. Oh, I'm like being so quiet right now. Ah, man, that sucks. Because I know I can do this. I think the problem, part of the problem, is that her weapon probably matches her level. She has a level 70 weapon. My weapon's still level 60. Okay. That was a good escape. Ah, that was a good call. Oh, man, I was locked in for a second. I lost it. I got nervous. Okay, here we go. I might not land it, but that's okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. You literally cannot see my health. I was so low. no! Not like this! Oh, she's... Yeah, I give up. I lose. What? She perfected me! That was actually a terrible performance. I got perfected. She has never perfected me before. That's actually so bad. Okay, I need to hone in. Clear comms, lock in time. Okay, not that good, because she didn't even get any hits on me. You got the damage though. I hate to waste my meter so soon, but I need a chance. If I can get the early round, that's good. Oh, that was good. And she hit me with the low! That was actually a read. I know it's a bot, but still, it felt that way. Oh, I'm just doing bad now. I'm selling. Okay, that was free. This might be a good sign. Here we go. We have a chance. No, not like this! She won! Oh! I'm actually trash at this game, guys. I should give up. Swings are long with big windups. Dodging first and then going, yeah. That's a good point. I think a big part of my problem is when I'm facing bots, I'm not very good at... Oh! Sidestepping. I like direct confrontation, but I need to learn the value in a good sidestep or a duck. Like I should have ducked right there. Come on. The comeback was crazy? Are you serious right now? Hi, Cameron. Oh, that oh, okay. I want to hit the roll. Ah, that was just good. Oh, she's melting me now. She was toying me. She gave me that one round for free because she knew I'd sell. Oh, that was bad. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm cringe. Okay, we got the stun. Ah, see, that was another... I thought I could block that! I think I just lost right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, wow, she does so much damage, too. I know that's, like, part of the challenge of, like, the single-player mode being different, but it feels unfair when that kind of stuff happens. Big damage after the spin. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can quit. I'm just not doing it right now. I realize it's not particularly entertaining to watch me bang my head against this particular wall, but I want to give it another few more solid tries before I give it up. Never give up. That's right. Never back down. That's perfect. Oh, the low. That was okay. Outside of, obviously, I probably should have had a couple of ones that I won by now. This is fun. There we go. No, I don't know how to avoid that at all. When she gets that, is that like a frame trap? Cause then that melts me. That's like the whole match almost. Ah, man, I'm selling it. Oh, dodge and spin. You're right. Yeah, like if I'm able to get around her. Ah, dude, like that is so unblockable, probably. Yeah. Okay. I want to use this. Go with the mid stun. No, I meant to throw earlier. You get the stun. Ah, that was free. I sold. Ah, okay. We'll give this 2 more tries. 2 more good tries, and then if not, we'll continue, just so that you guys aren't watching the same thing. Ah. Okay, see, that was a better read. Ah, she's the aggressor here. I need to chill. I beat this once, I just loosened it and let my fingers do their thing. Pause. I'm just kidding. You could do this. You can do this, Daniel.
You like that?
Okay. She's pretty bad at avoiding those throws too, so if I can use those as like when I get some pressure on her, that's really good for me. Whew. Got scared. You're right too, that's part of it. I feel like part of it is like stress though, because I'm anxious. We get the stun here again. Oh man, is it like, you know what I think happens? I think that attack, when she sets up, I think it's a parry. So it's like I have to hit her for her to activate it, and then once it's activated, it doesn't matter what I do anymore. Okay, I need to be aggressive because I'm losing all my health. Oh, that was close. Passive aggressive, try a more gentle approach and see how she responds. Thank you, dude. I'll give that a shot. I did say 2 more just because I do want to move on, give you guys some more entertaining stuff, but I'll give that a try on this one. It would be really funny if you, like, were the Sage Master, like you drop into the chat, drop that tip, and then just leave, but then I win, and you're not here to see it. That sounds like I'm trying to bait you into staying. I didn't mean for it to come out that way. Ah, man, her lows are good.
You like that? You like that?
I'm not playing on a hard mode. I'm not even sure if this game has a hard mode. Oh, man. But I do know that, these are the harder fights. The Astral Fisher battles in this story mode are some of the harder ones, outside of like certain legendary fights, like with the main characters. So if I don't win on this one, I won't be too salty. I can move on and do more of the story. I won't really be upset about that. Okay, she went in for that hit. I see that. If nothing else, putting pressure on her like this wears down her edge I mean her block meter, which is good news for me. Okay. So during this one, she's probably going to activate her mode again. So this is where I really need to be focused. Ah, I should have guarded. You gotta go for big damage because...
Not yet. Now take that.
Let's go! Morphin, goated tip. When I took more of a pause to back up and like give myself breathing room, it was a little bit easier to read, like on some of her whiffs where she would, I feel bad that I don't know the technical term, but when she would bring out her blue lightning attacks that would break my guard, I was out of range so that I could... It feels a little bit like I cheesed it because I did use, you guys probably saw that running triangle attack where I did like the kind of spinning slam thing a lot, but that's just because that's what worked on her. That was good. That was a good little fight. I'm glad I did. It's so funny too, on the very last try where I told myself like, you know, we'll move on if I don't get it. I feel like that was part of it too. Like I didn't feel pressure as much because I was like, I'll move on anyway. So thank you guys for the tips. That was rad. What guest characters are in this game? Can you encounter them in this mode? Actually, yes, you are. There is a required fight with Geralt of Rivia. Geralt? I think it's Geralt, like G pronunciation. There's a required fight with Geralt of Rivia. It's one of the only fully animated cutscenes because most of the story is delivered like this with the text boxes. But yeah, there's like a mandatory fight with him where he comes out of one of the astral fissures after you absorb it. Because to make a long story short, unfortunately, I'm like past the main part of the game. I think I'm getting pretty close to the ending. The main part of this story is like over. Like a lot of the big moments have to have each other's back. We absolutely do, and I'm grateful for the tips. That was rad. Thank you. But basically my character was on the brink of death and found out that he gets energy and power from absorbing astral fissures, which, to give you like the most basic version of the Soul Calibur story I can, because if I told you all of it, we'd be here all day. Soul Edge is this demonic sword that the entire world is drawn to and wants to gain power from. And Siegfried, one of the biggest main characters, grabbed it and turned into Nightmare. The sword has now split into pieces, and there is Soul Calibur and Soul Edge, which are two counters to each other, light and dark, very like the Force kind of energy thing. It's not quite like that, but that's just an easy way to encapsulate it. But these astral fissures are a result of the realm of chaos from which Soul Edge comes from. So it's basically these big pools of energy, and my character can get more power, more weapons and stuff like that from absorbing these astral fissures and reducing the negative effects that Soul Calibur and Soul Edge and all of their crazy battles have on the world around them. What's cool about Soul Calibur 6 in particular, from what I hear from fans, because I like Soul Calibur, I've been playing since 3, but very, very casual. So like in number 3, I didn't really play all the story, it was just me and my brother playing the 2-player. And in 4, I skipped 5 just because I wasn't really into it at the time, but I played the crap out of 4. And it's funny, Josh, you mentioned guest characters. By far, except for maybe Broken Destiny, Soul Calibur 4 has my favorite guest character of all time, Starkiller from Star Wars The Force Unleashed, which is like so random. If you would have asked me in 2005 if Star Wars characters would ever be in Soul Calibur, I would have laughed in your face. Like, no, what are you, like, silly? Wild times, man. And now I think it's more conceivable now because there's games like Fortnite where everybody is in Fortnite, but yeah, there's stuff like Soul Calibur, man, where Yoda and Darth Vader and Starkiller were in the games. So cool. But the reason I say they're not quite my favorite is because, of course, if anybody here has been on the channel before, you'll know I'm a huge God of War meat writer for all intents and purposes, and Kratos is the guest character in Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. So that's my favorite, just kind of by default. But an extremely close second is Starkiller in Soul Calibur 4. So cool. If you would have asked me in 2005, I would have said the same thing. Yeah, like you would have never imagined Darth Vader battling Siegfried and Nightmare, but it's so cool. Or same thing like Kratos being in those games. Now it's a lot more conceivable because he's a way bigger character just in terms of popularity right now, but I would have never thought. So to get back to a little more of the game, we'll read this little thing here. As I stretched my hand towards the astral fissure, I felt two forces tugging at me from the other side. In my mind, I heard a voice from my dreams, and two swords appeared. Which symbol of power would I choose? So for me, this is another cool thing about this mode. Although it's a very binary black and white system, you can slightly modify which powers are useful for you and which weapons you get with this by choosing these light and dark options. So if you know me, I'm always a goody two-shoes. I pick the Azure Sword, which I think is actually Soul Calibur. Like I reach for it, it's like a sign of my power, and then the astral fissure vanishes and I move on with my journey. And what's cool is that was a side quest. I didn't have to do that. But it was fun for the stream too, to like have you guys here while I was going through that little challenge. But now I'm excited to see a little bit more of just the story, and as you can see, Geralt's sword style, level 60, I've mastered it already. What guest character would you lose your mind over if they were in Soul Calibur? That's a really good question, because already Starkiller and Kratos, those are two of my favorite video game characters of all time. I do hope they're able to bring Starkiller into canon somehow, even if they wildly nerf him, because Lord knows, pulling down a Star Destroyer with your bare hands, although it's going to go down in history as one of my favorite moments in gaming forever, that's kind of OP, even especially like with the new Disney canon. But I would love to see him. I guess if I could kind of cheese it, because people say this with Mortal Kombat 2, I would just want the new version of Kratos to come about. I would like 2018 version, God of War Ragnarok version of Kratos to be in these newer games. That would be so much fun. But if I can't say Kratos because he is the same it's the same guy, let me think about that one. Soul Calibur is weird too, because there's characters in this that I never thought would be. Like 2B is a good one. I guess in that kind of vein, I would like Dante from the Devil May Cry series. I feel like he'd fit in kind of perfectly. The only thing that would confuse me is I know he uses his guns, and ranged attacks, for all intents and purposes, don't exist in Soul Calibur, so that's why I feel like he couldn't really work. What other games do you like to play? As you've heard, I'm a fan of all the Star Wars games, so Jedi Order and Survivor. I love the entire God of War series. I've played all of them since I was really young. Literally, I played the first one when it came out, which I really should not have been playing that game when I was 5 years old, but I played the first game when it came out. What are other bigger games I've been playing? I've been really, like most other people in the world, I've been really into Helldivers lately, so let me know if you guys would want a Helldivers stream. The only thing is that and this is not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm one of the only content creator friends like among my group, so it's difficult to like organize sessions, but I'm sure I could if I wanted to. I think that would be fun to stream, or even if we do like we set aside a session to record and then it's just one of the more edited videos I post here, that would be fun too. But other guest characters in Soul Calibur, I would really like a Resident Evil character, but that's another thing where it's like they use guns, so maybe Nemesis? Like if he doesn't shoot his rocket launcher, but he carries it and like uses it as a melee weapon? I'm trying to think of what... I'm looking over at my game cabinet right now to see, because I know there's things I could think of. Ooh, they could probably use Wesker from Resident Evil, because he doesn't always use the guns. After some of the games that he was in, he got kind of the superpowers from the progenitor virus. That would actually be a really interesting moveset to see. The only thing that sucks is that I know Soul Calibur is really weapon based, so that's part of the reason why I don't think he would work either, because he doesn't have weapons. He would just like use his fists. But I think they might be able to make that work. Yeah, like you're saying, Morphin. Like that one's like a maybe they could make that work. Paul Atreides from Dune and Soul Calibur saw Dune today. He could be a good fighter. Dude, yeah, that's a good one. I feel like that would work too. I still haven't seen those movies. I read the books when I was a teenager ages ago, so I'd have to read them again or just watch the movies fresh to really remember. But I hope it was fun. Alex Mercer is a good one too. Prototype is... I'm being reminded of Prototype. I would like to see that. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Cole McGrath. There we go. Cole McGrath from Infamous 2. It sucks because I feel like if they wanted to put a character in right now, they'd put Delsin Rowe in with his, like, chain. But Cole McGrath would be so cool because he could have the little charge-up electric, like, as you saw with Geralt's moveset, he has the little spell that he casts from his hand that's like a forward-moving attack. So I feel like Cole could just do that same kind of thing where he has like a lightning attack that goes forward. Yeah, like Morphin said, that's like perfect. And then he has the amp, which could be the melee weapon, and it could be one of the like heavy like swings, but it has certain ones that are fast. I feel like that's a good one. Cole McGrath, because he does have the weapon that he could use, the amp, but then like how Geralt does, he could have some like range stuff just with the lightning powers. And then it would be cool to see if they change it for like when he's evil, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I would like to see Kratos again also, just because instead of having the Blades of Chaos as the weapon, now he can have the axe. So that would be another really cool one. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I know I could probably think of others. Oh, it kind of sucks because they have different kinds of weapons, but any of the characters from Darksiders, Death, War, Strife, that would be cool. Like Death from Darksiders 2 in Soul Calibur, I feel like is perfect with his scythes. Like I said, it just kind of sucks because he uses different kinds of weapons, and I feel like his scythes would work similar to, what's her name? She's one of the characters. She has like the little Kobe sticks that she uses. They look like little police batons. I apologize, I should know the name, but I don't. But yeah, those are some good ones from me. Raiden from Metal Gear Solid Revengeance is another really good one. And Asura. Asura is a character I would actually want to see in like Mortal Kombat a little bit more. Travis Touchdown, No More Heroes. That's another good one. I could see that. I like that. Okay. The information from the Evil organization had hardly been enlightening, but I would surely have been more in the dark had I acted alone. So what we're doing in the main story here is we're looking for Gro, which is one of the new characters that's brand new for Soul Calibur 6. In our journey, he got corrupted by the evil energy of Soul Edge and is now a berserker just wandering alone. Mortal Kombat stream, that could be fun. The only thing about MK is that I guess I could do single player, but I would want to go online, but I'm like, I'm very mid. Like, I'm not just a complete fighting game newbie. Like, I understand some of the terms. I know what a 1, 2, 3, 4 is. I know what the combo breakers are, enhanced specials, stuff like that. But if I hop online, I will get whooped. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But maybe someday. That would be fun. And with that, I began my search for the Black Demon. So we hear rumors of this Black Demon character, and we suspect that that is Gro. And I'm assuming that's going to be our fight there, where we're going to meet him. So let's go here. You don't have to be pro to have fun in stream. That's true, Cameron, that's true. It could be fun, especially like if I said I go through the story and I do like normal difficulty. Because even on normal difficulty, as any like veteran fighting game player will tell you, the final bosses they're garbage. It's so terrible. They're so awful, but like in a good way. It's like, it reminds me of being a kid and like, you know, having to cheese it to win. I hope I don't run into a random encounter on this because it's such a short trip. Okay, there we go. But you're right, I don't have to be pro. I think part of it is because I've been watching P&D K&M, they're a YouTube channel on the final bosses are easier than the steps to get there. That's kind of true, like, sometimes in my experience. For me, the only time that was not true at all was Shao Kahn in MK9, when Raiden is powered up by the Elder Gods. I have strong words that I am going to consciously decide not to use about that boss. Maybe it's because I was a teenager, but oh my gosh, I became furious. Absolutely furious. Secret bosses are usually the hardest. That's kind of my experience too. Like in the newer God of War games, the Valkyries and the Berserkers are far harder than Odin and Baldur. Like, it's not even close. With the information I'd received from the evil organization to guide me, I went in search of the Black Demon. According to their intelligence, the demon was located in a port town nearby. Okay, here we go. And this is another thing I like about this game. The same, like, 2 or 3 song themes play when these story segments come up. And it's just charming. I just like it. It makes me, like I said, like, this story mode, this part of the game, is a very gamey game. Like, it's just a silly, adventurous thing with these text boxes and battle themes being the same. It's fun. My first thought was, how could it be possible for a Malfested to lurk in this town unnoticed? According to the Evil Agent's report, a particularly cunning Malfested had wheeled its way into society by disguising itself as a merchant. While the Black Demon was skilled at covering its tracks, something about this didn't feel quite the same. This Malfested looked and acted just like any other human. For a specimen with such guile, interrogation would be pointless. What could I do? Interesting. Nobody plays that, talking about Roblox. I've played Roblox a couple times. It's like the fun of it for me personally is the whole the fact that there's so much. Like, with one of my siblings and my cousins one time, we played one of the fan versions of the Five Nights at Freddy's game, which is funny because you say it's a fun way to let loose. I was so stressed out, but it was fun. I like it. I dig it just because of the creative atmosphere. I just get a little anxious sometimes about kids being on it like too much too young, because with it being an open source creation platform, there could be stuff on there that's like, you know, not really good for them. I don't know what Cameron's talking about, kind of hurt my feelings. I know Cameron, they play Roblox, or at least they used to here and there. I'm pretty sure they're just teasing. But yeah, Roblox is pretty rad. It's just, like I said, kids being on it too much, I kind of feel like, and I'll get off my soapbox before too long, but just, I feel like, for me, if I ever have a kid, I would want him to get on that a little older, when he's like 10, 11, understands a little bit more about internet literacy, not when he's like 4 and 5, and potentially seeing like some kind of weird things on there, and not knowing like how to navigate it. But outside of that, it just seems fun, and it's cool that kids get an outlet to do creative stuff, kind of like in Minecraft, where you can just make cool stuff, and that's fun. Aren't there a lot of predators on Roblox, or am I thinking Minecraft? Both, TBH. It's unfortunate. It's the internet, which is terrible. So, which is why I say I would like just teach internet literacy to kids as early as you can. How people are these days, yeah, no kidding. But luckily, that is not the communities I associate myself with. Oh, I'm outfested. Here we go. Who's there? I hope this isn't the Black Demon. I hope this is like a ploy. Or if it is, we can still find Gro afterwards. I approached silently and the Malfested bolted. Hastily I followed. I arrived at, or perhaps I should say I was led to, the port. The Malfested stood before me, sword in hand. How did you know? The Malfested was clearly panicked. Without a word, I readied my weapon. It's interesting. So we were led to the port like this is some kind of trap, but it looks like this is only going to be the one opponent. So this should be a little easier because it's just the single enemy right here. Okay, putting up a decent fight. I respect it. I love that character voice. See, like that. That's what I was talking about with Cole. Not that one. But with Cole McGrath, being able to do that kind of push attack with his lightning, that would fit perfectly if he was in this game. Bro is... Hey, why he kinda... Am I the only one seeing this man's physique right here? You got scared there for a second? Yeah, I did too. I think I'm like in more of a chill mood. I'm not as locked in as I was before. That was good. That was a good reversal edge. I counter you with my own. Y'all, I know y'all saw that. I'm not sure if it's gonna land. Let's go. That's the dub. Why are you streaming at a later time? It's a lot of reasons. One of the primary ones is just this is when it's going shirtless doubles damage output. What is he, Goku? But I usually stream late because it's when the house is kind of chill. There's less things that I need to do. You know, I love my family, but they need me more during the day. So I wouldn't want to be streaming and be completely unavailable to them. I actually have a sign that I made because which I'm thankful. I have my own room in my home now, but I still don't have a lock on the door. And if I really wanted to, I could buy one. But what I have for now as a temporary solution is a sign. I have a double-sided do not disturb sign for my door. One is for recording, which I should put on my door right now just in case someone is awake. And I have another one that just says busy that's like, it's just a little board thing for when, like, the busy sign is basically like try not to come in, but if you have to, like, feel free. The do not disturb is like don't even knock or don't even try to come in at all. Do you guys want to see it? Let me know. But yeah, that's basically the reason why. But another one is the internet. We are broke boys here, and we don't need for anything. It's not really that bad. But we don't have particularly good internet. So in the day when my family is listening to music, someone's streaming Netflix on the main living room TV, I have a sibling gaming online, I have a cousin who lives with me who also might be gaming online. So when everybody's on the internet, it's less reliable for streaming. Josh, who's a regular viewer and who I appreciate very much, can even tell you guys, I tried to stream Resi 4 at one point earlier at like a 9 p.m. stream. And unfortunately, it just kept not working. The internet was just really unreliable. It kept lagging. It kept ending the stream early for me. So I eventually conceded to streaming on Instagram because my phone has data that doesn't take up my Wi-Fi space. And it was just pointed at the screen. Yeah, it was a mess. So it's like, not too bad, but... And it's also just kind of nice for me because I'm a night owl by nature anyways. But Morphin asks to see the sign, so I can go and be back in just a sec. Hold on. It's hard when everyone's on at once. Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like when a lot of people are on it. So when I'm just kind of here chilling on my own, it's also just kind of a vibe, because this is usually when I have time to game anyway. In the day, I'm writing or doing editing for my videos, or... Like tomorrow, I'm really excited. I am not even sure if I mentioned it on the stream yet. I'm gonna go to a concert tomorrow. I was considering making the stream something way sillier. I was considering making Lil Skies in the character creator for this game as the stream instead of this, because I'm gonna go see Lil Skies live in concert tomorrow. But I kind of figured a lot of that would just be me sitting there adjusting certain little things, and he has a very modern style. It's not like a Deadpool where it's like a distinct, simple thing. I would end up doing all his face tattoos and like a simple hairstyle, and then just regular clothes. So I'll show you guys the sign though for now. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. But during the day is when I'm out more. At night is when I'm home, when I'm chilling doing my own thing. But I'll be right back. Should just be right here. So I made it with a family of 9. I feel that. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, I should still be centered. We're good. But yeah, I made this sign. It has a little A little hard to see, and it's backwards, but it has little frog guys on it. I can actually put it a little bit closer. I just bought random stickers and stuff from Hobby Lobby and wrote that in a very crude little font. That's my busy one, little guy. I love that guy. He's so cute. I love him. And then that, so like around that part, it's kind of circular, and I like that. And then the absolutely do not come in one, which has the red recording symbol with the little lily pads, some dragonflies, and the more brown copper frog. And this little guy, I think he's a good sign for it, because it's like, hey, chill, don't come in, like a little sneaky little bit. How loud can you be? Oh, I hope that wasn't a comment about me being because when I lean forward, I get closer to the mic. I hope it wasn't because of that. But if you're asking for, like, if I can be very loud at night, not really. Wait, that actually ate. Thank you. I appreciate the love on this side. That's funny. That's cool. Thank you, guys. But I can't be particularly loud. Like, right now, my talking volume, I could probably go a little louder, and then that's it, really. But I definitely don't want to do any, like, yelling or, like, that's part of the reason I haven't streamed Helldivers, because I know I'll be loud, and I don't want to do that, like, super late at night. Because a lot of my family is asleep during these hours, simply because they have more stuff to do. I have siblings that go to high school, so they're up earlier in the morning. I know it's a Friday night right now, but then, like, my parents, they're in bed by, like, 10, 11 p.m. at the latest. That's, like, on a really late night. You're so calm while playing, I would scream my lungs off. I can definitely see that with, like, if you get me online, I'll definitely scream. But I'm able to stay generally pretty chill. And then part of it too is I had like a talking volume, but then my mic, I recently got a much better microphone. I hope it sounds pretty good. It's not like super high quality, but it's not the headset mic. I'm using an actual microphone. If I can really quickly, I hope this doesn't sound bad, but I can show you guys. Yeah, so I'm using that. The Malfested was a powerful adversary, true, but it was unlikely that it was the black demon I sought. It was time to follow up on my next lead. Oh, that sucks. So it literally was just a random Malfested. It didn't have anything to do with Throne. What game made you rage quit the most on stream? Just wondering. That's a good question. And then I have to get off for the night. Good luck with your games. Thank you, Morphin. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, it's good that you were here at all. Sub if you want to stick around for the next ones, or if not, I just hope you have a good night. Be chill, dude. Thank you. But as for the game that made me rage quit the most, let me think. I'll def sub. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Man, what game made me rage quit the most? That's a good question. The game that made me rage quit the most in real life, like off of stream, is definitely... One of them is God of War 3 Chaos Mode, the final fight. That was really bad. But on stream, I probably have to say... If we can count on video instead of on stream, because I haven't streamed that much, probably Shovel Knight episode like 3 or 4. It's facing the acid. He looks like he has the Plague Doctor mask. Knight from Shovel Knight. That video is no longer public on the channel. It's privated right now. But if I ever unprivated someday, you guys will see that episode of Shovel Knight. I raged hard, and I'm not even sure why I put that in the video, because I was like 16 at the time. But it was literally getting to the point where I was just yelling and screaming in the video, and going back and watching it now, I'm like anxious. I know it's me and I know nothing happened, but I'm like anxious, like, oh, what's this guy gonna do? Like, I'm just yelling so loud. So that's probably it. And what's so funny is that it wasn't even a hard boss, it was platforming. It was just jumping around and doing random stuff in just like navigating the level, that's what made me like literally scream. I was so embarrassed. Looking back on it like recently, I was like, what was I doing? Okay. I do want to get off stream, not super soon, but like in a little. Like probably before 1 for sure, just because I do gotta get to sleep because I gotta be up early. I'm gonna go see my partner because I'm seeing the concert with them. But I do want to do more of this main quest first with you guys. We'll start from here. Okay. So we have to go exploring. I hope I don't run into a random encounter. Okay, there we go. The random encounters kind of add a little element of fun, because it's not as simple as just going to your destination straight out, but it's a little anxiety-inducing. When I was younger, for some reason, I rage quit if other people were being bad at games. I was a weird kid. Like, you grab the controller from their hand, just F this, and just throw it. That's funny. Yeah, my thing that irritated me when I was younger was backseating. I think because video games are only now like a really more common thing, I think my mama just didn't really know what she was doing. My dad didn't really know what he was doing, but sometimes I would be playing my PS2 in the living room and they'd be like, why don't you do that? And I'd be like, I tried to do that. And then, you know, my pops would be like, well, you just have to hit him. This is a silly example. That's not what he would say. He'd be like, you have to parry. And I'd be like, I'm trying to parry. And it's like, it was so, oh my goodness. That's the closest thing I have to an equivalent. According to the information I received from the Evil organization, a malfested lurked in this forest. The average person would never set foot in here, but hunters who braved these woods were known to disappear. The density of the trees made for plenty of blind spots, an ambusher's dream. It was no wonder few ever saw this creature and lived to tell the tale. The malfested here could indeed be the Black Demon. My heart pounding, I made my way into the depths of the shadowy forest. See, it's like a certain kind of corny fantasy, you know, J.R.R. Tolkien, George R.R. Martin-esque, like super fantasy stuff, like D&D kind of thing. That, like, it's just so charming in this game. Almost immediately I was attacked. My attacker, however, was not human but a lone wolf. Unused to fighting wild beasts, I knew a tough battle lay ahead. I tried to escape my bestial assailant, but it pursued me with dogged persistence and speed. Perhaps this creature was malfested? The moment I finally landed what I thought was a decisive blow, a whistle pierced the air, and the wolf retreated into the darkness of the trees. Apparently, this wolf had an owner. Following the trail of blood, I arrived at a clearing where a malfested hunter was crouching next to the wounded wolf. So, the hunter becomes the hunted. Without a word, I readied my weapon. This is cool. I hope after a couple more malfested we get at least some kind of sign of where Gro actually is, because I wouldn't want this whole stream to be non-story fights entirely. Your opponent has gone berserk, increased attack. Good to know that. Oh, and he has the Cervantes weapons. Okay. Oh, I can charge that. Okay, that's good to know. That's a crazy launch. Okay, I'm getting better at guarding too. That's also a good move to like delay for to trick if I ever go online with this, like to delay it. Okay. Pretty simple against the bot, but it's all good. That was my fault. I literally did run straight into that. Okay. That's another skill I gotta build up, is teching the throws. Definitely need to practice that. Oh no! Let's go. Oh, that was good. I hope I don't look super weird when I'm just like all focused. Heyo, hi! I hope you're doing good. I hope work was okay. Number one Miku fan. And I saw the other chat. It looks like it's gone now. I'm not sure if like you deleted it or something. But you were asking about the Malfested. The Malfested are basically creatures who were corrupted by like the negative energy of the astral fissures, but they're different from the Berserkers, who I think are controlled by Soul Edge, like specifically. I don't remember. But I know that both of the Berserkers and Malfested are, to make a long story short, it is like some kind of like corruption. Like they're not being controlled by a person as far as I know, but I might find out otherwise as I go back into the story, because I first started this story mode when the game first came out in 2018, which was my first year of college, which sounds like forever ago now. And then I took a long break before coming back to it just recently, so I'm kind of jumping into the story in the middle of it. But yeah. Malfested Hunter took the life of the wounded wolf, likely in order to prevent its suffering. This was not something I would expect from the Black Demon, so likely my target was elsewhere. Ah, okay. So just another Malfested. Imagine college? Gross. Yeah, no kidding. Glad I'm done with it, but I do have good memories. My investigation had so far proved fruitless. At this place, I would never find the Black Demon or Gro. I thought back to the promise I'd made him. Kill me. No matter what difficulties I faced, I could never give up. Once again, I went to meet Dion and Natalie. Okay, so Dion and Natalie are part of the Evil organization, which Gro is originally from, and he's the reason we all met up together. They were a part of my squad while I was... Okay, was that an astral fissure that disappeared, or was that a whole little town that disappeared? Did you guys see that? I think it might have just been an astral fissure. I think I'm tripping a little, but it looked like a whole town, like, disappeared. I think it was an astral fissure, now that I'm thinking a little more. But we'll see. So back to Athens, a shadow in the dark. When I arrived, I told them how poorly things had gone. I see. Well, you will not be pleased to know that our efforts have been similarly disappointing. However, certain effects have become clear. Firstly, the Black Demon is said to use a sword. Secondly, it operates only at night. Thirdly, after analyzing our few eyewitness reports, we can now say with certainty that the demon's actions are similar to those of an outsider. This indicates that it is no longer in control of itself. So, all this means... Dion paused. It is highly likely that the organization found out. So you know, this is how you can tell I've been talking for a while. It is highly likely that if the organization found out, they would classify the demon as an outsider, and therefore try to kill it. If the Black Demon is indeed Gro, we will all need to prepare ourselves to accept that. Natalie and I are doing what we can to keep this information quiet for now. Diana unraveled a map on the table. This may help somewhat. It shows every location where the Black Demon has been sighted. Are we going to do that typical thing where we triangulate the position by just going into the middle of all of the different places that it arrived at? I hope so. We have removed irrelevant sighting locations from this map based on the skill level of the victims, the appearance and weapon used by the assailant, and so on. However, the dearth of witnesses means we cannot guarantee the validity of our information. Yeah, of course. The three of us shared our thoughts as we looked over the map. Despite talking for hours, we could not reach any concrete conclusions on where or how to continue our search. The data was just too scarce. I've been wondering, what did Gro do before joining Aval? Aval, Evil, I'm not sure. I'll call it Aval. Natalie's question was sudden and unexpected. I believe Sir Gro has always been part of the organization. Was he a founder? Not quite. It is true that he was raised by the organization from a young age, but if I remember correctly, he and Sir Curtis were from the same area. Well, in that case, I suppose Sir Godot is from somewhere in Scandinavia. Scandinavia? So it is unclear how exactly he came to join Aval. Thinking back, Godot had spoken about missing his homeland and let slip that he endured fierce blizzards there. It would make sense if he was from somewhere in the north. Ah, okay, we're getting somewhere. We will continue our investigations. You do the same. Keep your wits about you. The information we have on the Black Demon suggests it is no ordinary outsider. Even if you find it, approach with caution and retreat at the first sign of danger. Remember, you are not alone. He has a little smile on his face. I nodded, then set out once again. I hope we get at least one fight with this character. Whether it be Gro or not, I would like at least one more good fight. I hope the stream goes well. I have to dip for tonight, but I love you so much. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you for coming. It means a lot. I am also going to leave in like a good 10-15 minutes, but I want to get at least one more good fight in. The Shadow in the Snow. Oh, so we're like in the Northern Peninsula now. Okay. With the information I obtained from Dion and Natalie, I was able to surmise approximately where Gro's homeland was. Up to that point, I had been on a wild goose chase. I had learned some small things about the Black Demon, but had no true leads. I'll be here until the very end. Thank you, dude. That means a lot. I am going to end in like a good little while, a few more minutes here, but I want to definitely do at least one more fight. I want to see if we can find Gro, or at the very least defeat the Black Demon. Up to that point, I had been on a wild goose chase. I'd learned some small things about the Black Demon, but had no true leads. This time, however, I had an inkling I was heading in the right direction. Before me lay a sublimely beautiful sight, a rugged land of great glaciers and awe-inspiring vistas. The cold, however, was less pleasant. If I was careless, I'd freeze to death. I lit a fire and warmed myself by it as I waited for the sun to set. No moon shone in the sky that night. The soft snow seemed to absorb all sound, silencing the calls of beast and bird. The crackle of my campfire seemed deafening. That's spooky, like that alone in the middle of the night in the woods, like aura is so spooky. From afar I heard footsteps crunching through the snow, the steady 1-2 rhythm indicating a human. I was unable to ascertain how far away they were, but they seemed to be heading towards me. Not wanting to take any chances, I readied my weapon. Soundtrack is epic. Yeah, it's part of what sells the fantasy vibe of it. I like it. The footsteps grew near and then stopped. The fire crackled. I called out but received no reply. A piece of wood on the fire snapped with a loud crack. No! It's him! That's Gro. He looks different now. His hair is a different color. But he looks like he's malfested now too. A bestial cry filled the air and a shadowy assailant jumped out of the darkness. Dude, no! I was barely able to deflect a lightning-fast slash. In the glow of the fire, I could just make out a swordsman in the black uniform of the Avala organization. His mad, blood-red eyes caught mine and a chill ran up my spine. It was Gro. Twice, 3 times our weapons clashed. It was clear I was the prey and not the predator. Dion's words flashed through my mind. I kicked the logs on the fire into the air. Yeah, so we stunned him. The piece of burning wood struck Gro in the face, sending him reeling back. Quick as a flash, I turned and ran for my life. From behind me, I heard a terrifying howl echo through the chilling night air. As I feared, the Black Demon was indeed Gro. However, he had completely lost himself to malfestation, and his now unfettered strength was incredible. He was as strong as when he defeated Aswell, perhaps even stronger. It would have been foolish to try and overpower him. Should I seek the help of the... Yeah. I've been reading for a minute. Should I seek the help of the Aval organization? No, there was another I should find first. Zasalamel. He taught me how to become strong enough to bring down Aswell, and may know of a way to face Gro's might. This is cool. This is a good little arc. So that's another name I'm really not sure if I'm pronouncing right. Zasalamel was basically the person who initially woke us up at the beginning of the story, taught us how to close the astral fissures in the first place. Though I hated to leave Gro like this, I decided to search for Zasalamel. I feel like Zasalamel is a better pronunciation. Zasalamel. Okay, advice. So I'm frustrated that we're not doing any of the fights, but we're getting good story. Hopefully after this one we get a battle. It was no small feat trying to track down the scythe-wielding sage, but somehow I managed to locate him at Thorthransburg. You, what do you want? I explained how I'd found Gro, but needed to know how to defeat him. That man was of great interest to me, despite his connection to the Aval organization. You need not do anything for him. He has lost all control and rampages like a mad bull. Though he has incredible strength now, it will wane in time, and when the last drop drains from him, death will claim his soul. That's it? I told Zasalamel how I'd promised to kill Gro should he turn. After a brief pause, Zasalamel spoke. The sword you used to kill Aswell may be able to strike down your malfested friend, too. Can you still sense the sword? I closed my eyes and concentrated. It was faint, but the blade still called out to me, which is Soul Calibur. You may still be able to summon it, however your task will not be easy. Then again, you already knew that. This time you may have to sacrifice a good portion of your remaining life to manifest the sword, and if you fail, well, you will very likely perish. So think hard before you act. I told him I would fight Gro whatever the cost. It's a good promise, good keeping your promise to your friend. Personally, I'm not even sure if I could do that much, just because we already know that he's going to expire after a while, but then it just kind of comes down to, if we don't know how long that is, how much suffering does he have to go through for it to be worth it? Those of limited lifetimes often behave in strange ways. I have terrible voice control. I haven't even gone to the concert yet, and my voice is already going. It's okay. Whatever. Those of limited lifetimes often behave in strange ways. Very well. Do as you please. In the blink of an eye, Zasalamel disappeared. I supposed he was finished with me for now. Okay, that was a shorter one. I'm hoping I can... Oh, it's more text. Okay. In the interest of not keeping the stream going too long, I do want to continue this at some other point. No, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna commit. We're gonna get to at least one fight, because I especially know I might not finish this game on stream. I would like you guys to at least see this little part of the arc. So before I faced down Gro, I decided to once again pay a visit to the Aval organization's base. I had no intention of asking for help, but thought I should explain my intentions. Sir Gro. Dion's eyes were filled with anguish. The Black Demon's list of victims grows longer daily. It will soon be impossible to keep the rest of Aval in the dark. Eventually, we will have to speak about you too as part of our report on the Black Demon. That will be the point of no return. Even if it is true that his power will eventually wane and he will die, Aval will not stand idly by to watch it happen. Sir Gro's fate would be able to die... Sir Gro's fate would be to die like an animal at the hands of his hunters, without honor and as an outsider. I cannot bear even the thought of it. Is there really no other way? I cannot concede defeat just yet. When I told Dion I wished to defeat Gro myself, he let out an enormous sigh. So be it. It is in your hands now. I shall delay my report to the organization. As I went to leave the room, Dion called out to me. Dragarius. It's the first time they've mentioned my character's name. That's my name, Dragarius. I leave Sir Gro's fate in your hands. I told him I would fulfill my promise to Gro, and made my exit. Ah, man, that's so rough. That's rough, buddy. That's so tough, man. Resolution. Okay, here we go. We have to do... I hope we don't have to kill him. The wintry tundra spread before me as far as the eye could see. I had to fulfill my promise to Gro. The path ahead was clear, and nothing could make me stray from it. Man. Okay, here we go. On this one, though, I'm going to use some food. So we'll do... Recover 15% of damage Delta's HP. We're going to cheese it a little bit. I returned to the snowy field where I had encountered Gro. There being no music is kind of... I'm a little bit freaked out. Unless my headphones went out? No, they didn't. Oh, that's actually... I'm freaked out. Okay. I returned to the snowy field where I had encountered Gro. R.I.P. Gro, no kidding. We're gonna have to put him down. With my weapon ready, I scoured the area in the hope of finding my opponent before he found me. Unfortunately, he was not so easy to track down. But perhaps Gro had sensed that I was looking for him. He found me before the sun set. I could feel his madness, his bloodlust. There was nothing left of the noble man I once knew. The time for words was over. Oh, that sucks. I really hope it doesn't fully end here. I hope there's some kind of thing we could do, like pull out the sword.
Battle one.
Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, this is... Oh, he's... Oh, this is, It's a 3-round win too, so this is like this is a gauntlet. This is actually... Oh, that was good. I should have teched that.
Come on.
I'm really focused. I'm against the corner. Or an edge, rather. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know he was at such little health. Okay, I can do this. Knock on wood to not ruin it for myself at the last second. Okay, relax. No! He's still in there! Did you hear that? No! He's still in there! That actually is like, I'm devastated. No! I got Soul Calibur! No kidding, F's in chat, dude. This is crazy! Did we get him?
Forgive me.
No!
You fought hard. I was prepared to die, but instead have incurred a great debt.
Did I fix him?
My journey is not over. I must investigate the astral fissure said to still be open. I will find some way to use my power, other than just for eliminating my enemies, as you did. No doubt our paths will cross again. When that time comes, do not hesitate to let me know if I can help. So long. It has been a great pleasure.
Bro was saved by the plot. No kidding, I kind of like want more of an explanation. 'Cause is that it? That actually was the end! What? Oh, I thought there was gonna be more! No way! That's kind of like anticlimactic. I guess you guys do get to see the end of the game. That's kind of cool though. Oh man! Okay, so my only complaint is that I feel like that last... Yeah, no Geralt fight. Wow, there was one, but it was like in the middle. But you're right, I kind of wish there would have been another one. Okay, so... I don't know. I like that we were able to like save him, but I wish that little animated cutscene that we just got was longer. I wish we got to... Maybe there's like an epilogue kind of section where we can meet him again, and we can kind of see a little bit more of like how it closes out. Was he the final boss? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that seemed... The optional boss I just did against someone's random online character was harder. But that could have just been because it's like I'm over leveled, so to speak. Because to be fair, I do a lot of the side quests, so I was like a really high level character. So maybe it's like it was, because it's like that in God of War 2, in like the newer games, where the balancing of like fighting Baldur and fighting Odin, like the side bosses like the Valkyries and Berserkers are way harder. So maybe this is kind of the same thing. So like, for if people just want to get through the game, if they do all the side quests, it's kind of easier to beat the final boss. But that was like kind of unexpected. At least it was a little bit more epic, because I was like invested and I did care about winning, and I like that it was a 3-match win condition instead of just a 1 or 2-match win condition like most of the other fights. But I'm a little bit upset that it was like so easy, and that he kind of just went from being corrupted in that little thing to quite literally like immediately just being better. I kind of wish it would have been more of like a cutscene of like a little bit of a dialogue thing explaining what happened, that we freed him. But I guess it's just, you can kind of chalk it up to the light of Soul Calibur freeing him from his prison. My only question is, and I'll probably look this up online just to see if it's worth a whole other playthrough, I want to know if choosing Soul Edge and like being a dark character will change this ending. Because then that would kind of give me a little bit more of a reason to see a little bit more of what happens. It also helps like reinforce the feeling that my actions meant something. But we'll see if maybe there's like some epilogue stuff that we can do. Does the protagonist have Soul Calibur? I think so. I think like my character Dragarius, I think... Oh, that's a good question. Excuse me. It makes me wonder if he's going to keep Soul Calibur, or if it was just like that power of summoning it for that short little cutscene for like that fight to free him. That would be a lot cooler if like as kind of a reward for beating the game, but also as a way to I guess kind of tie up a little bit of the loose end to make the explanation that our character was able to manifest it, and he had so much of that power of light that he was able to I don't know, it's kind of weird, but like he was able to make his retrieval of Soul Calibur permanent, as opposed to what Zasalamel told us, that it was like a temporary thing and we might die. Because that felt very, like, a lot of the build-up to finding him and, like, being scared of him was a really good moment. Like, it was good tension building, and I was really invested, and then it was just over so fast. So I don't really like that much. Can the people because the people you fight, the Malfested, are they purified somehow by Soul Calibur off-screen? I'm not sure about that part. I think it's kind of like we defeat them, and when they're Malfested, I think part of the storytelling, and this might have been some stuff that I missed out because I came back to it after so long, is I think part of the explanation is like we thought they couldn't be. We thought that Berserkers and Malfested people, once they were taken over by like the darkness of Soul Edge, that it was just completely over, that like there was no way to free them except for unfortunately ending their life. So I think with me having so much light in me, I was like the exception, and I was my character Dragarius was able to summon Soul Calibur and use it not to kill him but purify him. And that's like a power that I like discovered. So maybe some of the side missions after this can be about more Malfested and like healing them. That would be kind of like at least a little bit better of a way of wrapping up the story. Because like I said, what we have right now is fine. Right, yeah, that is very convenient. That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like it's just so convenient that it's like we were able to like purify him and stuff. I don't even really mind it as a plot device. I'm not really upset that he that my character had that power. I'm literally only upset just because it was so fast. I kind of wish it would have been more of an explanation of like, you have this power and it's really risky. Maybe it'll take some years off of my life when I do it and drain me. Maybe by doing that to him, I took it on myself. So like after we roll the credits right here, like the game flips a switch on you and your alignment goes entirely to like darkness alignment because you took it on. That would be kind of cool. But like you said, it seems like it's actually just a convenient thing. Like, it just happened to go well that way. So it's like a little bit frustrating, but still overall I really like this mode. If you haven't played Soul Calibur at all yet, well, I know you've played at least one, I imagine, from your comments earlier, but if you haven't played this one, genuinely, I would say give it a shot. Like, I'm serious. Especially because this one's about 5 years old by now. So it's like totally worth it to like give it a shot. You could probably find it at shops or like on the online stores for like a good 20-30 bucks or something like that. Because one thing I haven't mentioned yet, and this is why I'm glad I started streaming this, because maybe we could do another Soul Calibur stream. Played a demo of one of the games with Ezio at a Best Buy once. That was 5, yeah. And I think people were like okay on 5. It wasn't one of the fan favorites. But yeah, we can totally still do more Soul Calibur streams. Because, and that's part of the reason why I encourage you to buy this one, because this is the story mode. This is only one of 2 different story modes. This is just like the adventurous side quest, crafting, getting different kinds of weapons, journeying, spending gold, getting new different kinds of weapons, leveling up, adventure.
Your soul surges
That
in your
is,
body.
Jesus Christ, look at all these things I got. But yeah, this is one story mode. There's an entire other story mode, which is this is canon too, but it's kind of like inconsequential because Gro comes into the story, we meet him and his friends, and then he just leaves this part of the story as the same as he was. I think that's part of the reason why this has like a lot of plot convenience, because the main canon story still has to exist as it does normally. But this is just my custom character's like journey through what he goes through, which I think will be my favorite by far. But there actually is still more that we can do. There's a whole other story mode, which is the actual canon story of Soul Calibur, which I would totally love to experience with you guys as well. The stream was fun, but I really want to see a Kingdom Hearts one. I love this series, and I want to see a reaction to the crazy character moments and plot twists. That could be fun. That might be a good game to save for streams, too. Because I've told you before specifically, like, I usually don't try to save games for stream, especially because I've been trying to be more chillax. And if you've seen my Instagram, you know my goal this year, 2024, is not just doing well and making content perfectly, it's being well. Just doing what I want to do, trying to just bring it back to the basics of just having fun. So a lot of games I don't really want to just do on stream. If it's just a game that I'm playing, I'll just also play on stream as well. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts might be fun to actually just stream, especially because one of my earliest YouTube friends, my buddy, who is still one of my best online friends that I have, the Kingdom Key. Kingdom Key is a huge Kingdom Hearts fan and has been asking me to play for ages. And like I said earlier in stream, I know I'll probably like it once I try it. It's just one of those games that never particularly interested me enough to where I wanted to really hop in. But I feel like just as like a gaming kind of landmark, to give the first one, just to at least give it a try, I feel like just as a gamer, I owe myself to at least try. So that would be fun. I understand, no pressure, I'm only... no worries, yeah. Playing what I want, yeah, that's good. You are now able to sign contracts with... What? Elite merchants at Yangwan's recruitment agency. That's cool. So, that's another system of the game that I didn't show off here, but that's pretty cool. You can hire characters, like default, like game-generated characters, to fight on your behalf in certain missions before you go into the mission. So, like, with that particularly hard fight we did at the beginning of stream, if I really wanted to, I could have hired a mercenary to, like, knock down some of her health first and then go in after. But I haven't really used that system a lot, because I like fighting myself. I like overcoming the challenge. So, that's pretty cool. Ooh, unsung hero. Okay, so... Oh, wait, it's... I'm a little confused, because there might be more to this, because... the credits rolled? Maybe unsung hero, maybe this is just like the last little bit of explanation cutscene before the game fully ends. Because I imagine there's no way that wasn't the ending. But I'm going to call it here. Thank you for coming by, to everybody who came by. If you're watching this on YouTube after the stream is over, I am Danny Dragon. I make hip-hop music. I love playing video games on here sometimes. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, all that. And just thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for chilling on the stream, and thank you, Josh, as well, for being here, and just being a consistent supporter. It's really nice. How much have you completed yet on this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. And I know I haven't touched the other story mode either. So, maybe, we'll see. We'll see what my next stream's gonna be. It might be more of this, even if I just start the other story mode. I'm actually considering live streaming some God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. I think that would be really fun, because I've only gone through it once when it came out, and I love that story and I love the characters, so it would be cool to like talk about that more. So let me know. Let me know if you'd be interested in that at all. But thank you to everybody who came by. I'll definitely try to stream a little bit more often here and there. You know, I'm kind of starting it slowly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Hopefully it'll be pretty soon. It'll probably be another late night one like this. But yeah, I've been having a good time streaming lately. It's been more fun. I've been pretty lax. And it's nice that like consistently people have been coming by and everything like that. That's really cool. It means a lot to me. So, thank you again. I've said it like 60 times, but thank you again for stopping by. It means a lot. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? I'll definitely try to be live again within like the next week or so. So, I'll see you later, okay? Bye. See here. Take care of your mental health, man. Hope you do well consistently. Bye. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. I'll see you later, okay?